Hello everybody, BT here from theowners.gaming.com, and we are doing the precap to the Terraria Hardmode, which we will be starting next week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, just like we were doing for Ark, and just like we were doing for Terraria pre-mode, or pre-hard mode rather, prior. So, I'm just gonna recap everything that has gone on. We have built down here. I have armored myself in Cobalt, which is the basic armor for hard mode. I haven't finished the bottom area, but I've started organizing it. We got copper down to molten. We're wearing cobalt. Cobalt will be next. We filled lava up to here. You can look out at the lava. Ooh. I don't remember if I showed any of this stuff prior. But, you know, everything that you see in here we have gotten on this world. Trying to think of anything else. Still gotta fill in the lava. Still gotta finish things. I kind of already mentioned that. Most of the building up here is already done. This was here. Not all the rooms are furnished. That is what it is. We'll put lava up here eventually. I'll probably do the building stuff off camera and try to keep it to just exploring, I guess. Or maybe I won't, because everything's gonna get wrecked. Trying to think of what else is new. We still gotta move these peeps down. I don't know why. There you go. And we still gotta move all these peeps. And this is, of course, the world of Gaia, because it is. Let's see how much of the map do we have explored. We got pretty much the entire surface, which you guys already know, and almost the entire underworld. Several cloud islands. I think those are the only 4 in the world. But yeah, dungeon. No, dungeon's here. Dungeons here. Did that just say spike door? Wow, it's pretty accurate. What is that? Doesn't say what it is. And this is one of the caves to summon the Crimson Boss. Yep, arena. Is that the cave that has the altars? Yep. Just gonna take a look at it. So yeah, most of this is gonna be attacked. Most of these people will probably be killed, but we're still going to continue building it. We got to make an arena for the hard mode bosses, so we'll do that. Probably do that on screen. I'll leave that on screen. A lot of the other building stuff, though, I don't know. I'll probably record it. I don't know if I'll show it. I'll leave it at that. So then, if there are people that want to see me build, I can post it later. Or post it in addition to other posts. I don't know how long it's going to take us. Just because I've never beaten a hard mode boss without using equipment from another world. Speaking of that other world, I'm going to kind of show you. Kind of. I'm going to make mention of it. Which I didn't have until recently. So I'm gonna go down here, even though I don't need to. I'm just gonna go right here. Now we're gonna exit. Gonna go here. Gonna go here. So I now have a Builder's Workshop world, which has pretty much every single item in the game, or is pretty close to it. And I got this specifically for this world, a PvP gathering, which, if any of you remember, I was talking about doing a PvP event, which a bunch of friends and a bunch of people from the Owns Gaming We were supposed to do it sometime in May, I believe, originally. It didn't happen because people were moving and some other things were going on. So hopefully we'll have it in October. Now, this isn't the first world. I've deleted some of the other world. And a lot of that's going to go into this world. Basically, the original world was large. It was a large world. Ended up being too large, though, because, you know, we're probably going to have like 8 people, 4v4. If we can, we'll have 10, 5v5. We'll do slightly, I want to say slightly capture the flag. There'll be specific points in game that will have diamonds like this. And a diamond will be worth a half point. Players will also have, each of them will have a half point gem, which will be whatever their color is. So you got a red team and a blue team. So let's say the amethyst is the blue team's half point gem. Each team will have a quote-unquote leader, which the team will decide who that is based on whatever they decide. It could be everyone picks a number and, you know, the person that doesn't want to be will decide whatever. They'll get a gem that's, for like the blue team, it'll be the emerald, and that'll be worth a point. And then you'll have a team gem, which will be worth 3 points. And the team gem will go in a thing like this. Within a castle, each side will have. Now, for the building of this server, we'll have some towns in between the areas of the map. So, what I mean by that is each team will have a castle on either side of the world. Blue team on the right, red team on the left. And we'll build a very basic little tiny keep. Probably 3 floors, with the second floor having a box like this. And inside that box, instead of diamond, it'll be sapphire for blue team, ruby for the red team. That's worth 3 points. Each team will get an hour build time, so they can extend the castle, the keep. They can extend it. They can build out from it. The only thing they can't destroy or alter of the castle is going to be this little room in here. So basically, I mean, it won't be here, but wherever it is on the keep or at their base, they won't be able to move that room. Their gem has to stay in that room. If they get it back, so let's say I'm on the blue team, and we lose our team gem, and I kill the person that has it, that person has to take it to their base. As far as items and stuff like that, it's all going to be pre-hard mode, which has already been decided. If it's fun, at least for the people playing, and gets a modicum of views from everyone, because several people will be Twitch streaming it, several people will be recording and uploading it in their own way. But if it does well enough, we'll probably do it again in a hard mode fashion, with other roles, or we'll alter the second game down the road based on how well this game does. So again, you'll have on either side the team's castle, keep, whatever you want to call it, base, and they'll have the single team gem that the other team has to get. Obviously, capture the flag. Each team will get an hour build, again, to expand their base, to add traps to their base, to get more supplies. Each team will be provided with the exact same chests, with the exact same number of resources, as well as the exact same sets of gear. So each team will have like a knight player, and they're probably will be more chests and more classes than there will be players. So essentially, the first person that dies will either be able to use that, or they can stay with their class, or switch to another class. And what I mean by that is, each class is going to have 3 sets of armor. The first will be the strongest, second will be middle, and then the last one will be the lowest. Each team will get to decide if they want to start off using all their best armor, or if they want to use their middle armor in the beginning. During the hour build phase, there will be no contact between either side. At least there shouldn't be. With the exception of this area in here, which will be declared neutral ground. Trying to think of anything else I can think of. Most of these rules and stuff will be written down for each player, so they don't have to like keep watching this video or something. And this video is only partly for them, as well as for you all to know, hey, we're actually going to do this. Just the exact date we haven't set. Like I said, we're trying to rebuild this world on a smaller world. It's a medium world. So there should be enough room for the castles and maybe a few towns in between. But won't be like a 10+ minute run from one side to the other. So during the build phase, this will be solid. And it goes all the way up to the top of the world. After the build phase, switch will be flipped. You'll be able to cross. And this lever will go away. The wires, I can't cut just because we need to do that. But, you know, I hope the players will, you know, respect. A lot of the rules will be simple. Just during the hour build phase, if you do see a member of the other team, leave them alone. You know, if you want to watch them, that's kind of weird and boring for recording and viewing, but you can. But like I said, that'll be blocked off. In between the areas, and this is another thing during the build phase, in between this spot here, which is the middle of the world, and the bases on either side are going to be, like I said, towns. They're not going to be very big. They're really just going to be decorations. Each town will have a couple resources in it, and there'll be, you know, if there's a desert city on this side towards the red, there'll be something equivalent on the blue side with the same resources. So neither side will have favoritism. All the surface chests, as far as I know, are completely removed. I think we'll leave the sky chests, but I will check them before we actually launch the PvP game, just to make sure no one's put anything in them, because several people that are going to be doing this will be helping me, just to get this world done as quickly as possible, and just to allow them to decorate something. As you saw, I have the builder's world, so I can provide any resource that is pre-hard mode to build. Now the question was brought up, can a team decide to make the game hard mode during the build phase? I still honestly haven't made a ruling on that, to be perfectly honest. I'll probably leave that one up to everyone to decide. Get feedback from all the players. You know, some people might think that that's a better way to go. Personally, I don't want the hard mode, because any of the bosses that show up pre-hard mode, the teams will be able to just wipe the floor with. So, because there'll be at least 4 players, again, with, I think we set it to like titanium armor, I think. I'll have to look at the other world. It still has all the armor sets that I gotta bring over, which a lot of the player classes have already been designed out. In fact,